There is nothing more special in a child's life than having that great teacher who really inspires him or her. And we are very fortunate at Summer Creek High School to have this year's Secondary Teacher of the Year, Samuel Pollard, join us today. Mr. Pollard teaches AP History.
That's right.
At the Summer Creek, and he is so special because he really digs deep into history and makes it come alive for his students. It's not that old boring, let's memorize dates and places.
I hope not, at least.
Right. So welcome. We're so glad you're with us, and congratulations, number one, on your Teacher of the Year Secondary Award. Tell us a little bit about what makes a great teacher.
Oh my goodness. Well, don't follow my example, I guess. There's not a day that I go home where I don't feel like I've committed malpractice for the day and that Dr. Sconzo is going to fire me. I just really kind of approach my classroom from the perspective that the first thing my kids have got to do, they've got to feel safe. A lot of our kids in our community don't feel safe. They don't feel safe at home and all of that stuff. And so when they come into my classroom, they have that safety that they have, because that's when kids are going to learn. And then the second thing I think is I really try to push the kids further than they think they've ever that they're capable of doing. When I get them, I have a great position where I am because they're 15 years old. They come into my class and it's their first AP class. They've taken pre-AP, they've taken all the prep classes, but then they come in and their eyes get big as Oreo cookies when they see the syllabus and they see the amount of reading and studying that they have to do. And so actually I tell them that if they whine, I just give them more work. And so they stop whining very quickly.
That's a great tactic.
Yeah, it is. It's great. So we try it with some employees, I think. So that's fine.
Write that down.
Yeah, exactly, please. But I just really try to push them and let them know, look, you can do this. You can do this. You're just not used to it. And so that's kind of how I approach the class. So it's kind of neat.
Perfect.
Yeah. Sam, I want to take you back to way back to the Foundation Gala last spring.
Oh, wow.
All of the Teachers of the Year were recognized. You were recognized as Secondary Teacher of the Year. And for the first time with the Foundation's involvement, you were also recognized as the runner-up overall District Teacher of the Year. So a couple questions, if I may.
Sure.
One, relive that night for us from your perspective. And secondly, share with everyone, so what did you walk away with it?
Wow. First of all, shock, awe, and stunned is probably the words I would have for it. It was a crazy night. It's the best second place finish I ever got because I'm going to Hawaii. And I got this magnificent trip to Hawaii, donated by the Markle family, and I was just blown away. We can't wait to go. We're going to take our kids with us, everything like that, and spend a week on the beach, and it's just going to be wonderful. But even more than that, I really just couldn't believe that I was honored that much. I was just so humbled because I looked around and I saw all the other people legitimately who were nominated with me. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to hold a candle to any of these people. And for the district and the foundation to honor me, and that was such a blessing. It was really, really amazing. I got back to my table and I look at my wife and she's like, I can't believe you won. I was like, well, thanks for the confidence, dear. I appreciate that. Thank you.
When we live with y'all, sometimes it looks different.
That's exactly right. Exactly. See, they say I'm excellent. She said, that doesn't clean up your shoes off the front floor. Yeah, that's right.
Totally understand where the wife is coming from.
Yeah.
But let's let our audience get to know a little bit about you.
Sure.
Tell us who you are, where you're from, where you went to school.
Well, I'm a native Houstonian. I went to Aldine High School, so I'm a North Sider.
Okay.
I went to Aldine High School back when Humble was still considered the country. We all thought that the Humble kids were all of the kids out in the country who were rednecks and had cows. That's not altogether not untrue, I suppose. But I'm a North Sider, native Houstonian, and grew up in this area. And my wife and I, we want to live here. That's where we're both from. My wife is from the North Side as well. She went to MacArthur High School. I went to Aldine. And I think that we really want to put our roots down in this community, and we're not one of these people who want to move around a lot. We want to put down our roots and stay here. That's why we love Humble. So.
Good. And I know Dr. Sconzo doesn't want to hear this, but where did you go to school?
Well, actually, strangely enough, I went to the University of Houston. Dr. Sconzo will be happy to know that I did not go to UT. But I've been a Longhorn fan all my life, a diehard Longhorn fan, but it just circumstances came of it. It's okay, see?
It's okay.
It's fine. It's fine. Dr. Sconza. But I've always said that my head belongs to the University of Houston, but my heart always belongs to the Longhorns. So.
And in
Would you like to
spite of
follow
that,
up? Okay.
in spite of that, he really is an awesome teacher.
Thanks.
Sam, I want to mention for everyone too, just so that all are aware. So the foundation got involved in the Teacher of the Year program
Right.
for the first time, thanks to the generosity of Thomas Markle. You received a week at one of his homes in Hawaii, right on the beach in Maui, and round-trip airfare, thanks to the generosity of United Airlines. So thank those sponsors and the foundation big time for that. Sam, talk to us a little bit about just overall your philosophy of teacher. I mean, of teaching. You really are an amazing teacher,
Thank you.
and we're very blessed to have you. But I think it'd be good for everyone to just get a sense of, philosophically, why teaching for Samuel Pollard?
Well, I think, first of all, I love helping kids prepare for college. I love it. And the thing is, I think a lot of times teachers have always forgotten that. Let me go back. I'll tell you a story about when I was in high school. I remember I had an AP teacher who threw us into AP and never taught us things like how to study. The thing is school had come so naturally for most of us because we were in the honors classes with the gifted and talented programs. And then we get here to these AP classes and they say, well, go home and study, but they never said that's what this is what it looks like. And so many of us sort of hit this brick wall in our education, myself included, because I was expecting to do something and already know how to do it when I've never been taught how to do it. And so I always kind of approach the AP classes with that in mind. These are kids who have never had to study before, so it's unreasonable for me to expect them to just go home and know how to do it. So I have to teach them. And I look at my class, am I teaching world history? Of course I am. But it's a lot more about developing the skills that they need. Time management. What 15-year-olds know how to manage their time? No, none of them do. They can't even manage their own bedroom, much less their time. And so I approach my philosophy more about teaching the skills that they need to be successful, not only in college, but just as a person. It doesn't matter if you go to college or not. If you need to know how to manage your time, you need to know how to plan your day. You need to know how to read instructions and follow them. And we take those things for granted so many times. I think that kids just naturally know how to do it because if they didn't, they wouldn't be in an honors class. That's just not the truth. It's not true at all. As a matter of fact, the opposite tends to be the truth. So that's kind of approach my classes.
Now you can see why Mr. Pollard was secondary teacher of the year. We are very blessed in our district to have teachers who care about the whole child, and we congratulate you again.
Thank you.
And are
Thank you
thankful
very
that
much.
you are part of the team.
Thank you for having me today.
And don't forget to come back from Hawaii now.
That's right. I won't.
Okay,
I won't.
okay.
It'll be tough. So.
Don't go away. We'll be right back.